What's going on, everybody? I'm Dory Goodman, the Time Teller. So guys, bear with me. I know what I'm about to say might blow your mind a little bit. I'm a watch collector. I'm sure you're a watch collector, but in my opinion, okay, the best part about watch collecting doesn't necessarily have to be about the watches themselves. A lot of the time, it's sentimental value, right? It's memories. It's maybe a special someone who wore a certain watch. Maybe it's even a special someone who gave you a particular watch. And that's why this is probably gonna be one of my favorite episodes I've ever made, because I get to share with you 4 really special watches from 4 generations that have made their way into my collection. So first, we're gonna start off with the first automatic watch I've ever owned. Then we're gonna take a look at my dad's watch that's been passed down to me. Then we're gonna take a look at my granddad's watch that's been passed down to me. And then we're gonna wrap this episode up by taking a look at my great-grandfather's watch. So again, this is gonna be a really special episode, and I'm very excited to get down to it. It's 3:32 p.m. Let's get down to business. All right, so why don't we go ahead and kick this off with one of my personal watches. This is easily the most modern watch that I'm gonna share with you today. This one's from around 1991. This is the Moulton Field watch 9721 LL Bean RAF limited edition. And this was given to me when I was around 8 or 9 years old. It's actually the first automatic watch I've ever owned. And man, I wore this all the time when I was a little guy. I beat the crap out of this watch, honestly. It's 36 millimeters, powered by an ETA 28242 automatic movement. The second hand is running, and you know, it does keep time sometimes. So like 50% of the time, it'll keep time. As I've stated before in some earlier episodes, this watch does unfortunately need a new movement, and I figured this is the year that I'm gonna go ahead and make an episode about that whole process. So we're gonna bring this baby back to life, and I'm very, very excited and eager to you know, actually wear it again. So here it is, guys, this 36 millimeter Moulton Field watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. Obviously, my arms have grown quite a bit since I first got this watch when I was a little boy, but wearing this brings back so many memories of being a little guy just running around the woods of New Hampshire, turning over rocks, looking for bugs, exploring, just getting into trouble. And again, I'm very excited to get a new movement in this baby, because I would love to wear it once in a while and just, I don't know, remind myself of my youthful past. All right, which brings us to my Certina DS2 Crone Olympic. Now guys, this watch is really, really special to me because it was actually given to my dad when he graduated college, and it's just nuts to know that he wore this when he was around my age. So I'm very happy it's in my collection now. Powered by a Valjoux hand wind movement, 42.5 by 47 millimeters. I gotta love that cushion case and this huge domed crystal that just hangs out. I love that crystal distortion there, and it's easily my favorite chronograph in my collection because it's just super unique. You know, it's not an Omega Speedmaster, it's not a Daytona, it's something that a lot of people have never heard about. You know, really cool history. They used this watch on an expedition to Mount Everest in the 1970s, and it's just been proven to be tough. And again, it was my dad's watch, so this is easily one of my favorite chronographs, easily one of my favorite watches in my collection, period. And yeah, love the Certina. All right, guys, I guess Hamilton's run in the family because this is my second Hamilton of the episode, and it was passed on to me from my dad's dad. This little American-made Hamilton Brach is 23 by 38 millimeters, powered by a 19-jewel American-made hand wind movement. And you know what's interesting? This watch is from 1939, and it keeps time perfectly. It is ticking away like a charm, and the movement has never been touched. So why is it that this Swiss-made Hamilton with an ETA movement from the 1990s is already busted? Can you explain that to me, Swatch Group? The world may never know. Anyway, maybe it's time to bring Hamilton back to the States. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, solid gold case. Look at those applied gold indexes, just gorgeous. Love those running seconds. And this very weathered, distressed pigskin leather strap. Now, here's what's funny. I was doing some research on this watch a while ago, and I found an advertisement from way back when that said you could buy this Hamilton Brach for $80. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, $80 for a solid gold watch? That's not bad. But then I did some calculations, and $80 back then is the equivalent to $1,400 nowadays. So this is not a cheap watch by any stretch of the imagination. And guys, I know 23 by 38 millimeters, ooh, it looks like a postage stamp on your big fat wrist. Okay, well, give me a break. this is a watch from yesteryear. It was my grandfather's, and I absolutely love it, and I will keep on wearing it. Just a beautiful piece of horological history, this American-made Hamilton. I love it. All right, guys, so we first took a look at my little Hamilton LL Bean Dial field watch, my first automatic watch ever. Then we took a look at my dad's watch that he gave me, his Certina DS2 Crone Olympic that he got for graduating college. And then I shared with you my dad's watch, this Hamilton Brach old vintage dress watch there. Very, very cool piece of Americana. But what if I shared with you a watch that spent more time in my family than any of those pieces? And that would be my great-grandfather's Elgin, most likely from the 1920s. Now, guys, it just blows my mind that I own anything that he owned. Unfortunately, I never got to meet the guy. And again, huge bummer, because from all accounts, he was just an incredibly remarkable man. And he was just a total badass. He was a commander in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He was a medical doctor. He was a very important guy to my dad. And every time I put it on, I can't help but wonder, what would he say about me wearing his watch all these years later? Would he be interested in talking about watches with me? Would he be interested in my interest in watches? It's just really special to me that I own something that he owned, because again, he's just a really important guy to my family. So yeah. Very, very special watch in my collection, and I'm very happy I got to own it. And there you have it, guys. 4 watches from 4 generations. Mine, my dad's, my granddad's, and my great-granddad's even. I'm very lucky to have these watches in my collection. A whole lot of memories here, a whole lot of sentimental value, and I'm very happy I could share these watches with you. But I want to hear from you, okay? Comment in the comment section below. Do any of you guys have any watches that have been passed down to you? I think we should share these stories in the comment section and kind of continue this conversation there. I'm very excited to hear from you guys, so again, leave those comments. And as always, I want to thank you so much for checking out the Time Teller shop. I have watches, watch straps, watch toolkits, even watch winders there, so please click the link, shop around. It really helps the channel out a ton when you do that, so thank you. And if you're new here, if this is your first time joining us here at the Time Teller channel, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by, but let's go ahead and make this a little bit more official. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. It takes 1 second, and it helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of the Time Teller. There is just so much more awesome content on the way, and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.